Thank you for buying WordPress for FanPage. Let me take you through the process of installation. As you'll see, it ships with 8 standard templates, and they're numbered in a specific sequence. So WordPress for FanPage 000 means there's no menu, no title, no comments. And later on in the demonstration, I'll show you the 8 variants of it. The one that I use regularly is this one here. 100 means it's got a menu, but no title and no comments. But you can install any one of these, and you can actually install them all on the same site. The process of installation, the first thing that you need to do is set up a dedicated domain or subdomain for the WordPress installation. You can set up a subdomain on an existing site, and you need to install WordPress. So I've done that. So I have a site that has actually got WordPress on. As you can see, I've called this WordPress for fanpage.com or wp4fp.com, and this is the URL that I'm going to use when I set up my FanPage app a little bit later. It's not hard. I'll show you exactly every step that you need to do to set it up. So if I go back to the next step is to create once you've done that, is to log into the back of your WordPress, and one of the things that I like to do is just make sure that any pages that I set up has got a very specific name instead of the page ID as the standard WordPress tends to do that. You can install some of the plugins like all-in-one SEO or any one of those that does it. The amount of posting and things that you're going to do to the site probably doesn't warrant all of that. You need to decide, but so I'll quickly show you how to do this part. I've logged into the back, the normal WordPress. You'll recognize the administration panel for WordPress, so I've just logged into that. And so the next step is that I want to change under settings. Just wait for that to open up. Go to the bottom. Bottom there, permalinks. And what I want to do is actually use special structure, and I want to use I just want to use that, so I just want to use the post name and save that. So now that I've got that, it'll show just WordPress for fanpage.com/welcome or whatever the name is, and that's the easy tab that I can then use inside Facebook for my custom application. So to go back to a list of what it is next to do, I'm now going to install those templates one of these templates, which once again is quite an easy task for those of you that know templates. A theme, and I'm just going to install, upload, and I'm just going to take that one, the one with the menu but no article title or comments. I'm just going to install that one. It takes a few seconds, and then I can activate it. So if I go back to my normal WordPress, you'll see there it is. If I go to the WordPress site here, I refresh that, you'll see it'll reflect the changes. It's got the changes that I've made, so you can see it's just got that first post information, just to show you that it is the right one. If I go to posts, internet's a little bit slow today, I'm not quite sure why. If I go to if I just edit hello world quickly, the one that I have up there at the moment, which sits under the home page. So if I make a change here and I just say to show that it works, update that, And if I go back to my page here, refresh that, reload my page, you'll see to show that it works. So this is the page that I actually want to load, and I'll show you now the rest in how to set that up in Facebook. So the next is to create a Facebook application to actually host the iframe that the WordPress is going to run in. So let me quickly do that. If I go to, at the moment I've created a page, and which is probably the one that you landed on when you looked at the product. WordPress for fan pages. At the moment I don't have any application on this, so I'm going to create the application. I'm just going to go to my profile, and if I go to more, you'll see under apps, if just look for the developer app. If it's not there, just go to more, look for the developer app. You need to get to the developer app, so there's options here on finding more, so you can search for them. In this instance I'm just going to use the developer app, and I have a number of apps that I've played with and that I've set up to do so. I'm going to create a new one, so I'm going to set up a new application, and I'm going to call it WordPress for fan page. Agree. Ask me for a captcha now, and if you get this right the first time, you're probably pretty good. So luckily I got it the first time. This is where you give a description of it, so the plain text. So this is the application name as it's going to appear on Facebook. I'm going to just give it a description to say WordPress for fan pages, and just going to upload an icon, and that's the one that's actually going to show on the side of the tab, and I'm also just going to upload a slightly bigger logo for that actually appear on the pages side. And this is where the support email address goes in. You can choose any. Just in terms of Facebook's platform policy, you need to provide a privacy policy URL. Suggest you put it on the same site as your, for example, that one, and the terms of service. I'm not going to put that in right now, but just remember that you have to do that. So I'm just going to save those changes, and now it'll create the application for me. And as you can see, there's the application ID, application secret key, and what I want to do now is actually go and edit the settings and set up the rest of the page. So I'm going to set up the Facebook integration. The canvas URL is really the name that you want to give it, and I'm going to make it this is the name that it's going to be known on Facebook. So that's the Facebook fan page. So this is essentially where the URL for on facebook.com that will recognize your site. That needs to have a corresponding URL on your side, and that URL is actually this one here. So that's the base URL without the sorry. So I'm just going to put that in. We want iframes. So all that you have to do is just put the base URL of where your WordPress blog is installed, where the index.php file actually sit. Just go down, and we are going to call this tab, or I'm actually going to use the index.php, and now you can save that. Okay, that must be a bit longer, so we'll just create that and make that a 4. Save changes. Sorry, that'll we'll also make that a 4. once again, this is now that where your blog is installed, and that's the index, and this is the edit URL for that. So I need to one out of the mistake that I forgot to do, or I actually need to just quickly go back there, and I need to go and create the name for that. So I'm just going to call this welcome. Save that. That's the actual tab name that's going to appear on the left hand side. And what I'm also going to do on this one is edit settings. One more thing I need to do in order for this to work is to actually go to advanced, and you'll see this one here. Just change that to disabled. It's actually more applicable when you pass user information, but it's easier if you just do that. So that's now done, and we have an application that is set up and ready to add to one of our pages. So I'm going to go to application profile page. This is the profile page for the application itself. So you'll see this is the WordPress for fan page application, and what I'd like to do is add it to my page. So when I click that, it'll actually load all my pages, and I can select the one that I want to add it to. I have a number of pages that I administer for myself and for clients, so I'm just going to assign it to the WordPress for fan page one, and then I'll go back to the setup. So I've added it to my page. So if I go to WordPress for fan pages, the one that I showed right at the start, you will see there's a welcome tab now, which is the tab that I created. If I click on that, it should load the page. I'm just waiting for the site information coming through, and as you can see, because I'm the administrator on that, it shows the WordPress. I'm just going to log in with my wife's profile and just show you what it looks like if it's done from an external profile. So once again, this all the editing information, because I'm the actual editor on the WordPress blog, because I can edit it here. It will also give me those options, which is a bit annoying. So if I just look at my page with someone else's profile, you'll see that there it is. So it's actually loading my WordPress blog inside the fan page itself. And now one other thing that we may want to do, if I just go back to my fan page site here, and if I just go and manage this page, and the way to do that is just to go back to here, and you go to your pages. It'll open up all your pages that you currently administer. Let me just quickly find mine. So as you can see, I've got a few fan pages here, so I'll just edit this one, which is the one that we've got there, and it should display this information. Now what I just want to do is under permissions, if you go to manage permissions, default landing tab, I just want the default landing tab in this instance to be set to welcome. So every single time someone gets to the site, they'll go to the welcome tab. So I just want to save those changes, and now irrespective of who it is, when they land on the page, they will actually see my landing tab. So every single time they get here, they will land on this page. And yeah, let me load some of the others, load some information, and then just as a matter of interest, some of the examples or pages that you can set up here are things like a welcome tab, as I've done it. Now I would, and I'll something like setting store specials, discount codes, or things like that. So let me go and add a few of those in the actual back end of my WordPress site. So what I'd like to do is just go to pages. Now, for those of you who are experienced WordPress users, this is probably teaching you to suck eggs, but yeah, let me do that in any case. I'm just going to create a new page here, and I'm going to call that, oh, this is extremely slow, so I'm just going to call this store specials. And what I want to do is I want to insert some media here. So I want to take just add an image out of my existing media, my media library. I'm going to take that one. I'll just leave it full size, insert to post, and center that. And what I'll then do is just today special, and I'll just say $3.99, whatever the case might be. Publish that. And what I'd also like to do is make that the default landing tab. So if I just go to the reading, static page, on the front page is a store special, save that. So just to check that it works, if I press F5 on my normal website, image is a bit big. Let's go back to pages. Thought I had the right size image, 514, but it seems so I'll just edit the store specials quickly. Okay, I'll just make the image a bit smaller for now. You can play around with this. This is standard WordPress functionality. I'm not going to spend too much time on that, just to show you what you can do with it. So if I go to my page here, refresh the actual WordPress page, you'll see once it comes back, and I must apologize for the internet speed. Generally in Sydney it's not that bad, but yeah, for some other reason, Sunday afternoon, this is what it does. And there it comes back, and there's today's special with the information. So yeah, you can set up these custom tabs and information. So that is how you set up WordPress for fan pages quite easily with the templates that I provide. Now, once again, those templates have various configurations. They either have menus, they have titles, or none. Thank you very much.